and welcome. Today's card we're featuring this new stamp set called Hello Summer, and I've gone ahead and stamped a few images multiple times onto a white cardstock using Memento White Tuxedo ink. I have chosen these colors. I actually went to Pinterest and I searched for summer color palettes, and this is the color that I found, and I really loved it. It's so sweet and it just reminds you of summer. As I said, I've gone ahead and stamped them using tuxedo black ink, and I'm going to Copic color them as usual. I have kept the Copic coloring for one image each, just to show you how I went about it. Again, it was very simple. This card, as if you have already guessed, it is all about pattern. I love patterns. If you know me, I love creating patterns using small elements, larger elements. It's so much fun, and you can really create a lot. And in today's video, actually, I'm featuring 3 cards using this pattern method. And this is very simple. You can just stamp them and sit in front of a TV or listen to a podcast and go crazy on coloring with whatever medium you want. And once I was done coloring, I die cut them all. This set does have a coordinating die cut, so it was very easy. For the first card here, I'm taking a top folding white note card, and I'm going to take a sentiment from the stamp set, which is a horizontal sentiment, and I'm going to stamp it right in the center. And once I'm done with that, I am actually going to take this beach ball that is also in the stamp set, and I'm going to stamp it around the sentiment. No, I'm kind of randomly stamping it, but also not random, but random. I don't know how to say. I'm kind of making sure that they are all in threes when you look at it. So they have to be odd numbers once you've finished stamping, if that makes sense. So I have done actually they're not odd numbers, they're actually 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, it's okay as long as they give you that visual triangle, if that makes sense. Sometimes odd numbers do look beautiful. And once I'm done stamping those beach balls, I am going to add these kites, and these kites I'm actually going to pop them randomly closer to the beach ball. So I'm kind of creating a cluster, but at the same time building a pattern around that sentiment, if that makes sense. But I'm not coloring the beach ball. I'm just keeping the beach ball black and white as is, because I really want these colored elements to pop out of that card. So here you can see I'm kind of fiddling around and trying to figure out where I want these kites, and then once I'm satisfied, I go ahead and adhere them using some foam adhesive. And then I'm taking these popsicles, which also I've colored in multiple colors, and I'm going to start putting them in smaller in the gaps. So whenever you're building a pattern, you always start with your largest image and then you go down to your smallest image. That way you can create a beautiful filled pattern. And here you can see I'm just adding these popsicles in those gaps that I have left between the kite and the beach ball. And then the popsicle itself I adhered directly with glue dots, and here you can see I have all finished adhering, and all that is left to do is I'm just going to cut the overhang around the card so that it looks like the patterns are not cut, but they kind of following. I don't know how to explain that, that they are a larger paper and that you just took a piece of it, if that makes sense. And then I'm just going to adhere some gemstones to fill this pattern a bit more. So I do go ahead and put quite a few gemstones, and these gemstones take those colors like peach and pink and things like that, and they really look beautiful. And here you can see this is the first card all done. For the second card, again, I'm taking a top folding white note card, and this time I'm going ahead and selecting all those ice cream cones that I die cut, and I'm going to add foam adhesive behind these ice cream cones as well. I did die cut quite a few of them, and my idea is to create the cones going from the bottom to the top, and I also want to make sure that these cones are centered to the cardstock. So I'm just laying them the way I want it. And as you notice, I am not laying them straight or linear. Some of them are wonky, some of them are straight, and that just adds to the cards. I don't know, it just adds to the design rather than it being structured. Patterns can be however you like them to be. You can play with them. So I just wanted to show you it doesn't have to be linear in structure. You can definitely create fun, whimsical patterns that are wonky as well. Though it looks structured, yet it has elements that's moving, if that makes sense. And then I've gone ahead and stamped this happy birthday from an older stamp set, and I've die cut that. I've stamped it on black and on black cardstock with white embossing ink. And again, I'm just going to add quite a few of these gemstones sprinkles. So my idea is that they are sprinkles around the cones, if that makes sense. And that pretty much finishes the second card. You'll very soon see here I will be done with that, and here you can see that. How quick was that? The third one here actually is I started off by laying it landscape. You can see here my idea was to build this juice summer cocktail drinks or mocktail drinks in a line, but then I didn't quite like the way it was looking, and I wanted it to have some more fun. So I kind of turned the cardstock and made it top folding, and then I wanted these to kind of go from the bottom to the top, but not straight, but in an angle and only to one side. So to do that, I went ahead and first adhered the the black sentiment that I stamped using this stamp was actually from the previous, I don't know, it's from one of the newer releases stamp sets, and then I went ahead and added some foam adhesive behind that sentiment, and I'm going to first place the sentiment where I want it, because then it makes it easier for me to kind of play with the juice glasses or cocktail glasses the way I would like them to. And once I'm satisfied, I am going to adhere these glasses, and for that I again used some foam adhesive. These cards were very simple, but yet I thought they were so colorful and bright just because the summer colors popped on white note cards, and they came to be very quickly. I could really create them very fast. It didn't take me a lot because I had all these elements colored and cut and kept. And then again, I actually added some glitter pen in that cocktail just to give some shine. And then I went ahead and added some sprinkles around the glasses in that same diagonal way, if that makes sense. I don't know. I lose words sometimes when I've talked for so long. I really hope that you can see and understand. And here's the third one, and here's a look of the three cards. I really hope you enjoyed the summer pattern play, and you will take some time to create some patterns on your cards for the next project you make. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.